Hello, everyone. This is Joel from kidneyforjoel.com, and it's day 8 of National Kidney Month, and I just wanted to share with you some random thoughts and random memories, as well as my day today. Today's actually World Kidney Day, so it's an international recognition and also awareness of kidney disease and kidney health all over the world, and a lot of people are celebrating it, as well as going through the struggles of chronic kidney disease. Today was a quite busy day. Hey Tommy, thank you. Hey Mary, hey Nat, how are you doing? So today is a Thursday, and I woke up pretty early, around 7:30 this morning, despite the fact that I came home late from dialysis last night. And that's a good thing, because usually if it's a Tuesday, Thursday, and a Saturday, which is the day after or the morning after my dialysis, I'm pretty exhausted from the dialysis process, that I tend to wake up late. But last night I had a really good night's sleep and deep sleep, so I started my day early. Saw patients today. It was a pretty productive day. I saw about 7 patients today, and picked up Anton from school, went to a birthday party, and came home around close to 8 o'clock tonight. So I was out most of the day, and I was tired but not really exhausted. So I like the fact that my energy is really getting better and better. All right, so that's my day today. This morning, there was a friend of mine who had a birthday. His name's Joseph. He lives here in New Braunfels. And he was trying to help me, basically. He asked me, hey, what's your PayPal address? Because I wanted my friends to donate to you, money to you for your birthday. And I said, no, I'm not really, thanks, Tommy. I'm not really, hey, I appreciate money. Who doesn't, okay? Especially free money. But, to be honest, I told him, I'm not really in financial need right now, save your money, and just the need that I really prefer to have, or the help that I prefer to have, is really just 2 or 3 seconds of your time by posting my kidney story and my kidneyforjoel.com website on your timeline, and that get the word out about my search for a kidney donor. I am able to work. In fact, as most of you know, I'm a physical therapist, which is a pretty good profession that I've had for almost 31 years now, and it's a very financially rewarding profession, as well as a personally and emotionally fulfilling career, because I help a lot of people on a one-on-one basis by getting them to function again, to walk again, to move normally again, because they've had either surgery, they were in an accident, or they got injured, or they had heart attack, or stroke, and other dysfunctions, musculoskeletal dysfunctions. So I said, I'm doing pretty good in that department, and right now, and then a teacher of mine from high school asked me if I knew this doctor who went to my high school, in Manila, and I said, yeah, I know him. In fact, he's my second cousin. And because she said, oh, he's a nephrologist and all that, and maybe he can help you. So I told her, I have a very good nephrologist locally, and I have a very good transplant team. So I'm okay in that department, okay? What I am really waiting for and promoting and trying to get the word out is to find a kidney donor match. And it boils down to really, sharing my kidneyforjoel.com website and blog on your timeline. And it's just a matter of time, because it takes at least 60 to 90 days, at least 60 to 90 days to test and match each and every donor or volunteer donor. Okay? So it's not like, I need medical help right now, or because I'm good in that department. I'm having my dialysis. I have good insurance. In fact, I have 2 forms of insurance. I have good income, so I'm doing okay in those departments. So what I wanted to really drive at is to let everyone know, again, through this video, through my promotions, that the main thing that we potential kidney transplant recipient patients are really in need of are living kidney donors, especially altruistic living kidney donors, for various reasons. One, there's about 100,000 of us with end-stage renal disease having dialysis in need of a kidney donor. Now, most of us are waiting for at least 4 years to 7 years now for a deceased or a dead kidney donor. And that's a long wait. 21 to 22 people with kidney disease, end-stage renal disease, on dialysis die every day waiting. That's why there's a huge demand for living kidney donors, which I am in search of. Okay? Now, another reason why there is such a demand is because the awareness of the donation process, especially the kidney donation process, is very, very minimal. That's why I'm glad that they have this National Kidney Month and World Kidney Day, because it creates more awareness. But most people are really unaware of how this kidney donation works, okay? And I'm going to be laying out step by step in the next 3 weeks how this process goes as I do my random live streams on a daily basis. However, though, I do have the frequently asked questions about my specific situation in terms of my search for a matching living kidney donor. Again, I'm emphasizing on matching and living, because I have rare blood type B+ that I can only receive from O and B blood types. And even though, let's say, a potential donor, let's say, for example, Tommy here wants to donate to me, and he's an O, okay? So theoretically, I can receive blood or kidney from him. However, though, he has to pass a rigorous test, a battery of tests, from blood tests, urine tests, to CAT scan, ultrasound, sometimes biopsy, what else? Other tests, stress test, heart test, lung test, pulmonary function test, because the potential donors have to be in very good health before they can donate to somebody like me. Why is that? Because it is of utmost importance that they are in very good health and fitness level to undergo a major surgery. Although it only takes really 45 minutes or an hour for the surgery, it takes about a couple days to be in the hospital, and about for the donor, and about a week or two, depending on the pre-morbid or pre-surgical status, health status of the donor. Okay, and those are just some of the criteria. We're not even talking about the antigen antibody matching. That's why it takes so long to find a donor, a matching donor. Okay, and I've been in search for really the last almost 11 months now. May 1st will be my 12th month, and I've been on dialysis for 3 years. But I'm keeping myself healthy and fit as much as I can. Why is that? Because I don't want to be disabled, so much so that I can't work. I gotta work. I got 2 kids, young kids, depending on me. I got mortgage. I got insurance. I got expensive insurance I have to pay for. And all that. And of course, that sense of function and usefulness, a sense of utility, living my purpose, is very important to me. I know majority of the people who are on dialysis, at least 70%, are unable to work after only 4 months of being on dialysis. I've been working really ever since I got out of the hospital 3 years ago, when I was diagnosed with end-stage renal disease, April 1st, 2015. So I'm one of the lucky few to be living an almost normal life, except the fact that I have to go through dialysis 3 times a week for 4 hours a day. And again, I showed you last night in my live stream how it is. How does it feel to be on dialysis for 4 hours? How the whole process works? Although I summarized it. Oh, you're A+. Actually, Tommy, there is also a way for non-matching blood type to donate. Okay, and it's called paired exchange or kidney swap. It's a little bit of a complex process. But I'll summarize it in like 30 seconds. It's like this. Let's say Tommy is A+, all right? And I'm B. I'm B+, okay? So we're not blood type matched. Let's say he went through the variety of tests. He wants to donate. He passed all the tests. But technically, I can't be the recipient of his kidney. Why? Because we are not of the same blood type. Okay? We are not matching. However, though, let's say, for example, Jane Doe is a kidney recipient who's an A+, all right? And then let's say she has a friend, John James Smith, okay, who has who wants to donate to her, but he's a B+ or an O positive, okay? Or even a O negative. So they're not matching, and me and Tommy are not matched in terms of blood type. Both Tommy and John James passed the rigorous test after 60 to 90 days of testing in terms of fitness and health and status that they can undergo going under the knife and have a successful outcome. But again, there's a mismatch. So here's what happens. Tommy, who's an A+, can now donate to Jane Doe, who's also an A+. Okay? And then John James, who's initially was a potential donor for Jane Doe, since they're a mismatch, but we're a match, he's B+, I'm B+, then two types, actually 4 people will undergo this transplant process called kidney swap, where Tommy gets, Jane Doe gets Tommy's kidney, and I get to have John James' kidney. And this has been done multiple times. The record is 34 pairs, which is 68 people, all done in one day. In San Antonio, the record has been done at Methodist, which is my transplant center, 32 pairs, which is 64 people. Okay, and the Methodist Hospital is the #1 living kidney donor transplant program in the whole world, meaning they do the most. Okay, that's why I'm very optimistic. Again, I'm just being very patient in terms of waiting for my match, because again, there's 2 main reasons why. I'll give it 3. There's 3 main reasons why it's been taking me a long time to find a match. One is I live in the South. The more south you live, the more, unfortunately, the more people are obese, unhealthy, with diabetes, high blood pressure, and other chronic kidney disease, that most people can't donate to me who live in the South, especially in San Antonio, Texas, okay? So that's one reason. Second reason, most of my family who are in the U.S. are older than me, and they have more chronic ailments than I. Like, for example, my sister wanted to donate, but she has a history of cancer, and she's pre-diabetic. She's already 58 when she tried to donate to me 2 years ago, so she couldn't. She didn't pass the test, okay? A third reason is this. My blood type is fairly rare. It's a B+. Unlike an AB, which is a universal recipient, I can only receive, which means an AB can receive from an A, a B, an O, and a B, okay? I, on the other hand, has a B+. I can only receive from somebody who has B+ or O, okay? So those are the 3 main reasons why it's been taking me a long time. Plus, the process of what do you call this? Testing and matching takes at least, again, 60 to 90 days per donor. Okay, and there is no assurance that this person will pass. I'll give you an example. I've had 6 donors go through the process so far in the last 2.5 years of testing and matching. 5 failed because they were either pre-diabetic or have a liver. 3 were pre-diabetic, 2 had liver disease. Okay, in fact, one, the testing saved his life because he's only 38 years old, and he found out through the testing that he went through to donate to me that he has liver cirrhosis, and he's only 38. So at least, he had a time to take care of his health, lessen his alcohol intake, and improve his lifestyle, decrease his stress, and most importantly, improve his nutrition, his diet, which is a big factor, especially nowadays. And then the 6th one passed the test, tip-top shape. She's a long-distance runner, a long-distance biker. She's like 26 years old. She's a physical therapist from Tennessee. I met her through social media. She prayed and prayed, and she volunteered to donate. She passed in like not even 45 days from the day she filled out the questionnaire. And here's what happened. She passed the test, right? Unfortunately, she's an A. So we're not matched. So we're still waiting for that cross match. So do you see what I'm getting at? And again, there's 100,000 of us waiting. And here's the amazing statistics, okay? In America, this was 2013, okay? There's kidney disease kills over 90,000 Americans every year, more than breast and prostate cancer combined, you know? The lobby and the awareness and the money contributed to cancer awareness is a lot more than kidney disease, although kidney disease kills more people, you know, more than breast and prostate cancer combined, okay? Because people with kidney disease usually have diabetes, high blood pressure, have liver disease, because the kidney is a vital organ that affects everything else, okay? So, you know, that's a harrowing statistic. Now, there's another statistic, you know, that says this, okay? And this is a very eye-opening statistic, okay? If only half of 1% of adult Americans, all right, will be living kidney donors, the waiting list of people like me on a waiting list, 100,000 of us, that list will be wiped out 15 times over. I'll give you a specific number. So 100,000, okay, waiting for a kidney, okay, diseased kidney, waiting for 4 to 7 years, and most unfortunately die before their time comes, when a deceased donor that matches them shows up, okay? Now, if 0.5% of adult Americans, okay, 0.5% of, let's say, 150 million Americans who are considered adults, 18 and over, 0.5% is 1.5. That's about, if I'm not mistaken, 750,000 at least potential living kidney donors. The only problem is that they don't know that there is such a thing as living kidney donation. That's why I've been doing my best to get the word out. Yes, you're absolutely right, Tommy. No wonder it is taking so long, and why so many are on a waiting list, you know. Since the advent of living kidney donation, there's only been 30,000 living kidney donors who donated. 30,000 is like 0.0001% of the 300 million Americans, okay? Now, unfortunately, I can't really get donors from my home country or other countries because you know, you have to be a U.S. resident or a legal U.S. resident and or an American citizen in order for you to donate to somebody like me. Why is that? Because even if somebody from India, from the Philippines, from Indonesia, or from, I don't know, Mexico would like to donate to me, well, guess what? The Immigration and Naturalization Services would not issue a visa for somebody who's going to donate a kidney or any organ to an American citizen. Why is that? Because it's potential liability. What if something goes wrong with the surgery? You know, what happens? Who takes care of this non-resident alien? Do you see what I'm getting at? Another problem in the living kidney donation, which is prevalent in the third world countries, is buying and selling organs. You know, people in third world countries are so poor, they're willing to give up their kidney and sell it for, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, sometimes $100,000 because they're so poor. But the risk, well, number one, it's illegal. Okay? So it's against the law. I don't want to do something against the law. Number two, problem is the testing that's being done in another country, you can't really rely on the accuracy of the test. So I don't want to have that burden in my mind that, yeah, this person who's like 21 years old, in tip-top shape, healthy as a triathlete, would donate to me, but I don't really know if the test was accurate enough that he or she can be fit enough to undergo surgery, and most importantly, live long enough on one kidney. Now, it's been proven that you can live on one kidney alone, but you have to be fully tested. That's why it's this rigorous test. You know, it's not really a painful test because it's blood test, it's, you know, it's urine test, and then you go through an interview process after you fill out the questionnaire. You know, I mean, I'm going to relate all this. Okay, so that's one thing that I wanted to share with you, and I also wanted to share with you, as I have related to you, because you know, I'm really talking out my memoir, because I, you know, before it's too late, I want to write out my memoir so that it can help inspire people. Because here I've been a chronic kidney disease patient since I was an infant 51 years ago. It'll be 51 years March 27th, which is my 51st birthday. Yet I lived a pretty normal, active, productive life, even to this day. And I want to share that, and also, you know, and also in retrospect, there were some things in my childhood, in my growing up, that there were signs, and that led me to this point. That had I known back then that I had it, or I still have it, the IgA nephropathy, I think I would have done better in terms of my health, because I ballooned to an obese person by the time I was 32, 33. So anyways, as I have related in the past 7 days, my first 8 years in my hometown, Tabango Leyte. So I just want to show you some pictures real quick of where I grew up. So this is a view of our backyard. This used to be a fish pond and a poultry farm that my brother has converted into a more of like a retirement resort. Oh man, the pictures are okay. Because there are 7 of us, and we all want to retire in this in our town. Well, most of us, at least I know I do. So he converted into like a resort of some type. My younger brother did. And I also want to show you, this is the home I grew up in. I was not born here. I was born in Manila, but as an infant, I was brought here. This was the house where my father discovered me having frothy and bubbly and really brownish discoloration in my urine when I was an infant. And good thing that he recognized it as a sign of kidney infection, that he brought me to the hospital. So this is actually, this is a very old house. I think this was built in 1955, and I was born in 67. And you can see the effect of the typhoon that ravaged the town back in 2014. This was me in 2013. That was a typhoon Yolanda, which is Haiyan, the strongest typhoon that hit Earth. This is our front yard, which has been, I guess, converted into a better looking front yard by my mom after my dad passed away. This used to be a lot of, this used to be like grassy and all that. And then, our town is is actually a seaport on one side, and this is one of the islands that's surrounding our town. It's a beautiful town. This is when I was island hopping. There are some fruits there, and that's me there, and that's my brother, who's now the mayor of our town. That's my nephew. This was back in 2014, and look at the sand. It's really beautiful, and this is right across from our town. So you can just imagine why I want to retire there. So those are glimpses of my hometown where I grew up. And at age 8, I transferred to Manila to go to school, which was my alma mater from grade school, high school, and college, PT school. And having been born or grew up in a tropical island paradise, I had a good nutritious food when I was growing up. Fresh fish, fresh vegetables and fruits, like mango here. That's very common. We have a mango tree in our neighborhood. We have guava, we have avocado, we have like mangosteen. The whole place is surrounded by trees, and a lot of coconut trees, and banana trees, and this, so, and this is where that island is right there. So anyways, so I just want to share that with you. And in the next coming days, I'm going to share with you my days in Manila as somebody whose diet essentially changed because of the Western influence. McDonald's, Wendy's. I remember Kentucky Fried Chicken when I was growing up in the mid-70s in Manila. I was exposed to that food, and then eventually I moved to America in 1988, and boy, was I socially conditioned by TV, by ads, by marketing, really, to eat more fried foods and fast food, which was not good for me. And eventually, my kidney disease worsened because of that, and I didn't even know it was happening. It's happened so gradually. That's why I wanted to tell this story, because we are in a new age of more awareness. We know now that diabetes is reversible, hypertension is reversible, and those are the two major factors or causes of kidney disease. The number one cause of kidney disease in America is diabetes. The number two cause is high blood pressure, which are actually preventable and reversible. Now, unfortunately, if you have kidney disease, it's harder. It took me a few years to really reverse my diabetes, and I'm still struggling with my blood pressure, because the kidneys control many functions, not just sucking out the toxins from your body, but also controlling your fluid volume in your body, which is blood pressure. So I have my ups and downs in terms of my blood pressure to this day. Although it has improved significantly ever since I lost a lot of weight. Okay, so that's those are my random thoughts for the day that I want to share with you. Tomorrow I'm going to be sharing a couple more stories, and also I'm going to be answering some more questions. Again, the main question that I answered tonight is, how do I, as a friend, how do you, as my friend on Facebook, can help me find my kidney donor match? It's really simple. It takes 2 seconds. All you got to do is share kidneyforjoel.com or my Kidney for Joel videos and live streams like this, and my photos, my graphics, and that would hopefully, and I'm optimistic that it's going to reach the right person, because all I need is one perfect match. That's one perfect match, and I'm good to go. I'm ready for surgery. I've been ready for the last 12 months. I'm just waiting for the right person, and I would appreciate if you can help me. I really do. And that is it for tonight. And Lamont here. Hey Lamont, how many months have you been? Have you had your surgery, transplant surgery? This guy is awesome. He's got an awesome story. He just had kidney transplant surgery a few months ago, if I remember it correctly. So appreciate you sharing your kidney transplant success story, Lamont. It inspires a lot of us. Okay, and and it gives us hope. Gives me hope. So anyways, thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate your time and your attention. And again, this is Joel from kidneyforjoel.com, and I will talk to you tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook Messenger. And that is it for tonight. Bye-bye for now. Thank you.